Alright, what's going on everyone? It's Picky Choco, and in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about some exciting new news. So a biggest banner collaboration, or rather a patch collaboration of 2.7 and 2.8 that may have been started by Hoyoverse after an unfortunate delay of 2.7, and if added might be one of the biggest game-changing update in the entire Genshin. New CYNO, rerun and GANYU news that may give us some possible info about the upcoming banners. So tons of new news, but before getting into that, I'd just like to ask if you want to enter the 2 blessings giveaway that is about to end in 1 or 2 days. Do check out the topmost link and make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news and stuff related to Genshin like this. Alright, enough talking, let's get into the video right now, and boom! So the unfortunate news has finally kicked in, signaling the delay of 2.7. Obviously, we all know how terrible situation of COVID is lately happening around the world right now. So firstly, I hope and pray for the speedy recovery and well-being of all the people. And talking about the duration of this delay, speculations indicate that on the basis of current conditions, a 3-week delay may be expected. Of course, Hoyoverse has stated that they will compensate, most obviously in the form of primogems, and the community is in fact supporting them on this approach. But deep down, Hoyoverse is also aware that delaying 2.7 will cause some major challenges, one of them being a late release of SUMERU, which may be a little weird for the community. So in order to counter that, some speculations have been started arriving from the uncles and the community members. So here's a latest screenshot of that. So firstly, do note that these are speculations mostly based on community and personal views. Now first is the filler update. Now given that if there's a 3-week delay, then instead of entirely integrating the patches, they may release a filler banner update, which simply means double or combined reruns. So now that there's a proper speculation of Zhao being in the further updates, if this filler banner is implemented, then GANYU may also make her way into the subsequent filler patch. For me, this stands as sensible and sus, because do remember that 3 weeks or 4 weeks ago, Zhao's rerun was also considered as a big sus. So yeah, now on to second one, which is actually exciting. So given if there's a 3-week delay, if we go by the banner cycle dates, the first half of 2.7 has already been arrived by that time. So no new characters by that time may create a weird situation. So why not simply collab or integrate the 2.7 and 2.8? Let me explain how. So as I discussed earlier, that given 3 weeks, God forbid if more, and still by that time if there's no new characters or some significant reruns, it may be a weird situation. So by integration, I mean, for example, why not in first half of 2.7 bring out the double reruns like we experienced in 2.4, like Kazuha, Klee, Zhao and Ito in 2.7, and instead of 2.8 take players directly into SUMERU. But yeah, by extending 2.7, also adding the 2.8 areas, that's the Golden Apple Archipelago rerun, I mean speculations regarding that. So basically integrate everything into one patch, make it extendable, increase or add the areas at a later fixed stage or date. And as for primos, there's not much need to worry, because during the 3-week time period, Hoyoverse will surely give us primogems. So this idea somewhat seems to be sensible and will definitely be one of the biggest integration and without a doubt highest grossing banners. But more than that, will give players an enhanced experience, as they won't experience the content drought for a very long time that they had earlier assumed. So personally, I'm excited what innovative changes do they make during or after these 3-week gap period, as I think there's a very creative opportunity waiting for them. Now moving on to the CYNO and SUMERU bits. So according to latest speculations, community views and my personal viewpoint, and even theory crafters, CYNO may be the very first pyro unit, of course 5-star, released in the beginning of SUMERU. So latest speculations do revolve around his element, and according to community and uncles, latest thoughts of Dendro making reactions with Electro and Hydro are quite interesting and remarkable, but the universal and strongest reaction of Dendro will always be with Pyro, as we've seen the case with the ongoing reactions. For example, Overload, Superconduct and Crystallize do perform a great job, helps player to try some new combo, new party units and some new playstyles, but Vaporize still remains to be one of the strongest and high damage dealing reactions. So for that purpose, if CYNO arrives in the very first half, then along with him any 4-star Dendro character may be added just to enable those big damage numbers. So additionally, it may be a combo of Pyro, Dendro or Hydro character. And additionally, latest speculations do speak about the probability of Baizu being in the second half if we take this logic, because in 3.1, according to all the previous patches, it may be the Dendro Archon herself. So marketing Baizu or even Scaramouche or CYNO at that point may not be a great idea or a market strategy. So personally, going by this logic, I do think it may be SINO, Yao Yao as the newest and synergetic characters, so kind of excited to see what really happens, because as of now the hype of SINO is going pretty crazy. So yeah, now moving on to some personal opinions about this delay and the future. So given the situation is kind of worried regarding COVID, I'm pretty sure the community knows the genuine reason that this is happening. And as for the future of banners, I'm pretty sure they'll utilize this time in devising a creative and strong strategy that benefits both the players and the company itself. As for the standard banners, I'm still hopeful that some new changes may be arriving during SUMERU, which is 3.0. So now it will be very important and interesting to watch as to how players save, strategize, plan, and stock up on the Primogems, because given the number of banners, new changes, and new stuff that's arriving, the number of Primogems indeed will be crucial factor in devising your strategy and gameplay style for your SUMERU based characters. So that's basically it for today's video. Just thought I'll update you all on some latest news about the delay, some alternatives that may be accepted, and a possible SINO banner theory with logical explanation. And I hope you enjoyed the video, so make sure to subscribe so that you won't miss on any latest news like this. As always, I'll see you all in the next video with some interesting and exciting new news. Until then, stay safe and stay picky.